Hello. Welcome.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to other workshop, to other event, to other final presentation or demo day of 4Geeks Academy Europe. My name is Victor Gomez. I am the regional manager of this excellent academy. I wanted to say of this award. Sorry. I am a little nervous because this is one of my first events in English. Okay, in public, I have to say. I am in Spanish. I am totally used to talking in public, but not in English. Sorry. Okay, but I just wanted to say that this is one of the most recognized academies in the world. Okay. We are especially recognized because of our excellence in education. Okay, we are an academy that are based on Miami. Okay, and we teach how to code to many people around the world, especially in Latin America, United States, and here in Europe. Our base is especially in Spain. Sorry. Okay, I will silence some microphones because I have some noises. Okay. Yes, I think now it's okay. Perfect. Sorry. Okay. As I told you, we are an academy that are based on Miami. Okay. Our coding bootcamp teach people around the world in Latin America and also in Europe. Okay. Here we are to enjoy, to watch the final projects of one of our European cohorts. The full stack developer cohort is a program. Program is a program that takes 18 weeks. Okay, and the majority of these people have started from zero, and now they are showing us what they developed. Okay, what they made in the last 4 weeks of the program. During the first weeks, okay, they are starting with HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React, Python, Flask, and after all that 12 weeks, they started with the final project in a fully dedication. Okay, so before starting with this, okay, because we are here to see applications, to see what our students are capable to do, and what to get a little inspiration, no? If we are thinking about taking a program or starting our life in the programming or coding field. Okay. Before talking about that and starting with the event, I have to say hello to Abby. Abby is our guest today, and is an incredible person with a very interesting background. Okay. Abby is founder at Digital Genie and is the ex-head of technology careers at IE University. So he can help us today and give us some advices about how we can start our careers in this field. And also, since Digital Genie is an accelerator or incubator, sorry, that is focused on product, he can give us some advices about our products, how to improve it. Okay, for the people that is following us in YouTube, I have to say hello and feel free to comment, to ask us, to send messages, whatever you want at the moment, what you want. Okay, and I will transmit all the questions to our students. Okay, Avi, welcome to 4Geeks Academy. Welcome to this demo day. We are excited to hear what your advices, your background, what you do in digital in Digital Genie, and just that, no, to know you.
Thanks, Victor. Actually, if I can start sharing my screen, I can,
Yes.
start with the introduction. All right, perfect. So today we're going to talk about building your career in the technology space. I know that's the primary reason why most of you have opted for the bootcamp. So a little bit about myself before we begin. Um, at this moment, I've founded and I run a product incubator called Digital Genie. What we do in this product incubator is we help founders who do not have access to a CTO to take their products from ideation to building it and to maintain it as the product keeps scaling. This was a major problem we identified in the ecosystem, and that's where you also come in, because they these founders with some of the most brilliant ideas, some of the ideas that you are also working on today, they really are in need of technical people. Before this, I was working as the head of technology careers at my university. I as well have my MBA and my data science degree from I university. Prior to which, I was a technology and strategy consultant at EY. I'm also a financial risk manager, but I started my career as a software developer, as a full stack developer, working in the fintech industry. My bachelor degree was in electronics, specializing in IoT and building devices that can help bridge the gap between the software world and the physical world. So, this is a little bit about myself, but I would now like to give you an overview of how important technology is as a career choice. So, in the 2000s, what happened was there was a sudden boom in data being used in most companies in the world. And that's how you must have heard so many times how data is the new oil. And companies that leverage this capability of data science and enable other businesses to use technology and data science have now become the highest market cap companies in the world. So if I take a list of the top 10, 11 in this case, in this screenshot, you'll see 7 out of them are core technology companies. Even a company like Visa, it creates a payment gateway that enables companies to make payments. So they count as a fintech company, right? So as you see, these are the companies that have completely taken over the market. And I've attached a link which you can watch later, which shows you how this rise has come along the last 15, 20, 30 years, and how technology is completely dominating the market space. And if we zoom in a little bit on just the technology companies, there are some that you must have already heard about: Apple, Microsoft, Alphabet, Amazon. Everyone knows about them. There might be some which are more hardware focused that you don't know yet, but you should always have on your radar, because these companies are the ones who constantly keep growing, right? And then there are a lot of cloud companies that take over this space, companies that enable infrastructure, like Oracle, Cisco, companies that make CRM like Salesforce, SAP. Again, these companies are at the top because they make business happen, right? And that's why you already know that you've made the right choice by being in the technology space and opting for this bootcamp. I like to address this elephant in the room that has been going around in the technology space about how hiring freeze has been, in the news since the last 6 months. And should we be worried about that? So, firstly, we should understand why there is a hiring freeze. And that is because, as you can see from the stock market and the technology sector in the last 5 years, during COVID and after, there was a sudden boom that reached its peak on November 19th, 2021, where technologies just kept getting bigger and bigger, and companies kept hiring more talent than they would need in the future, right? Because they always thought that it was going to keep increasing. And then when the recession hit with the war, companies started cutting their expenses in technology, and that's why you see a decline starting to happen. But again, I'm a data scientist myself. You can see it's still higher than what it was in 2020, and it is going to continue to be that way. And let's see why. So, firstly, companies are focusing on productivity, right? So when they're firing people recently, what they want to do is increase their productivity. They want to go back into the startup lifestyle. Google was born out of a garage. So was Apple. So was a lot of these big tech companies that are the biggest companies in the world right now. They were all very small garage companies, and they had amazing productivity where they use technology to increase value of businesses. And what they are realizing right now that since they've inflated too much, they don't have the same structure within themselves. And that's what they are trying to focus on. The same news you can see from Salesforce, the same news you can see from Meta. And it's all about productivity. So, should you be worried in this context? I would say no. Because if you look at the current data, which is the best jobs and the highest rated jobs focused on the number of jobs in the market, the average salary that is paid, the possibility of having a good work life balance, 7 out of the top 10 jobs in the world right now are related to coding. First one being full stack development, second being data science engineering, third being cloud, and you can see so on. You'll see some mental health jobs at number 4 and number 9 because when you work hard, you need help sometimes. But jokes apart, these jobs are still the most happening jobs in the world right now, and they will continue to be. On top of that, it's not just about technology in general. It's the year of developers. Meta has asked its managers, who until now were just managing teams or managing sales, to get back into development. And if they don't, they've been asked to leave. And this is news from last week. And that gives you an idea of how important development and developers are in the market right now. And also, if we look at what happened during COVID, we realized that the real growth did not come from Fortune 500 companies. They did not come from these big tech companies which have been growing, but rather so many startups, so many scale ups, so many unicorns that have been contributing to this overall growth in the sector. And what are these unicorns? You must have heard of some of them. You must be using most of them. They must be in your phone, whether it's Airbnb, whether it's Spotify, whether it's Slack, whether it's Snapchat, whether it's Dropbox. These are the companies that are true contributors to the growth, taking their employee headcount from 10 people to 5,000 people in a span of 2 to 3 years. And these are the companies that you should be targeting if you expect the growth that you would like from a tech company. And even if job postings are going up and down, and sometimes if we see the latest numbers, they are reducing, the total employment in the tech sector is constantly increasing. The only thing that makes a difference here is how many people choose to resign. You must have heard about the great resignation, and that's what causes this fluctuation. But overall employment in the tech sector, it continues to rise. And that gives us a sense of assurance that we are in the right place at the right time. Now, the technology world is huge, right? There are so many different things you could be doing, but what should you focus on? And if myself as a data scientist has to decide, and a career advisor has to decide what should be the next technology I should be working on, I would look at where the money is. And these are the companies that have been hiring, and these are the technologies that are being invested in from now until 2025. First one being cloud computing. So it involves a lot of back-end development. It involves a lot of integration with front-end. There's a lot of big data analytics. There is Internet of Things and connected devices. From what I've heard, one of the projects today is about connecting the real world with scanning, and you have to tell me more about it. There is a lot of artificial intelligence and cybersecurity that is going on, and then e-commerce, augmented reality, robots. You can see the list going so on and so forth. But it's important to see where the money is, and that's where you place your career bet on. And that's the kind of technology you learn more about. So you can be a full stack developer, but which technology should you focus on from a business point of view? And this is something that gives you an overview. Another thing Since we are in a European boot camp, let's check numbers about Europe. And in Europe, financial services is really taking off. You have so many fintech companies coming up in Berlin, coming up in Stockholm, coming up in Paris, and a lot of these other geographies. Financial services is leading the game. But immediately after that, B2B enterprise software is taking the space. I'm sure some of you know about Celonis as a company. And what they did was basically made a consultant's job easy. They built a layer on top of SAP in order to do the analysis that ideally a consultant would do, but completely automated, right? And then you have a lot of transportation tech, you have a lot of enabling technologies, which is closer to IoT, you have a lot of consumer products. And this gives you an idea of where the investments are, again, to focus your career search on them. But what is important, just like data became the new oil back in the 2000s, now is the time of AI. I'm sure you're tired of hearing about ChatGPT, so Midjourney, so many chatbots taking over the space, because this is a generational shift. And if you do not learn about this technology and do not learn how to use this technology, you might be left behind. What I always tell my students is it's not AI that will take over your job, but it's people who know how to use AI, right? So focus on AI and see how your technology development full stack skills can be applied to make businesses better using libraries that are already available. And now we focus on geographies. We all know San Francisco is the leading Silicon Valley in the world, where so many startups come up, and it's still, as you can see, almost double of New York, almost double of London, and the numbers just keep decreasing, as you go to other cities. But that also is a good indicator of which geographies are coming up and where is it easier for you to step in. This is a global picture, but at the same time, I've created something um, for Europe itself. I say top 10, but I take Dublin as zero, but because it was the number one place that innovated in this area. And then you have London, Paris, Berlin, Munich, and so on. I had to try really hard to find something where Madrid is on top of Barcelona, because I'm a Madrid fan. Um, but you get an idea of, again, which geographies should you focus on if you're looking, even if it's remote work. These are the places that are really investing in the startup culture, really investing in the tech culture, and building an ecosystem to welcome tech talent into the country. So this is it from my side. You can also see some tech funded top startups by country. I've uploaded this slide on the streaming already. I think you can download it. If not, I can send it to Victor, who can pass it on to you. But gives you an idea of which company. For example, in Spain, Glovo is the best funded startup, and I'm sure almost all of you know about the brand, and they've been expanding to different geographies. Um, so yes, that's it from my side. Thank you, and I really look forward to see your products now, and how you want to enter this tech space with what you've built so far. Thank you.
Avi, thank you very much. I think that you say something that is super important and is super trend right now. No, the thing with the downsizing of the biggest tech companies. No, I have been talking about this 3 weeks or something to try to tell the people that you don't have to be worried about this situation necessarily, because you are a tech profile. You are the most demanded profile that is needed in all that companies. Okay, they want to reduce their structures in order to be more effective, more efficient. Okay, productivity, speed in the time to give the answers to the clients. No? And you can do this if you have a very big structure, but with the technical people. Okay,
Absolutely.
is the only way
Even-
that you
yeah.
have to become this in something real, no? So guys, don't worry about what television says in this subject, just in this subject, okay? It's important to see what happened, okay, of course,
Yeah.
but it's important. What you say, Abby? Sorry.
And no, I mean, just adding on to that point, it's, it's been, so even when I used to work in consulting, when, it was just constant, tech was just constantly growing, the people who always had better promotions were not the ones who were MBAs with good strategies, but rather people who could make proof of concept on the spot, right? So people who could use development code tools quickly with when they are facing the client, just say, I'll be back to you in 2 days, and build a no code solution, or at least a proof of concept, some slides to explain how the technology would really work. And these are the people who've been scaling from the last 30 years, from Silicon Valley to now Amsterdam, in Berlin, in all these places. People who truly know how to build technology, and not just people who can talk about technology, right? So,
Yes, and other thing that you mentioned that is super trend right now is about to OpenAI and ChatGPT. No, guys, ChatGPT will not lose your still your jobs. It's totally opposite. It's a tool that we have to implement in our daily work. No, it's like not only ChatGPT, it's OpenAI what we have to implement in our jobs. No, it's like okay, uh, with this tool I can create better code. Not better code in terms of it's more efficient. No, it's cleaner. I don't know. It give you some ideas to how to do it more efficient. Okay, just that. Yeah, and I think that is very important. And you, as a full stack developers, there are people that always is in continuous learning and growing. Okay, must uh, take a look in that new tools that will help you to grow faster in your positions. Okay, and last, there are for me, sorry, I have to say that I was totally surprised because in your list there are two Spanish cities, no? And normally we talk about Spain, okay, and other countries like Portugal, for example, but they are doing a lot of things. Most of these people is from Portugal, okay, and they are doing a lot of effort to uh, be part of the startup environment or European startup environment. Now. So you have opportunities to find a job in that startups that are growing, okay, and they are doing some efforts to be part of that list, the top 11 that that Abby show us. No? Guys, I don't know if you have some questions and if people in YouTube have questions. If you have, it's now your time to do the question. If you don't, we can start with the presentation. You have questions, guys? No? Okay. Well, now we will start with the demo day, with the presentations of the final projects. We will have two final projects. Somebody asked me by Slack, that's a question. Team, enter in YouTube and ask by YouTube. No, now here in, okay. No, we don't have a question in the chat, but our academic director Marco is participating a lot in the chat. I will show just comments that he has done. Okay. Okay, I have a question here. Okay, that same our career director Joanny Palmas actually is worked with Abby in the past, and she said, if I wanted to make the leap from programming to data science, what would be the steps to follow according to your experience, Abby?
so, and then that's exactly what I did with my career. I used to be a full stack developer, and back in the day with C Sharp, with technologies that we don't use right now. Um, and from that, I went into data science, and it was, I would say, the easiest transition. We were a cohort of 120 data scientists, and for me, it was cakewalk, because the technologies that you use in data science are still SQL, are still Python, which is based on C, or um, streaming big data tools that again depend completely on full stack development. You know, so you use the same for loops, you use the same designing principles in order to work. The only difference between a full stack developer and a data engineer, data scientist for me is the ability to work with large amounts of data. And that just changes the way you think about how you want to your code to work in order to process information. And it should be about breaking things into bite-sized pieces, making it um, fast to be processed by your system, thinking about the computational power that you will be using. So it's for me, it's simply an extension of full stack development when it comes to data science. Right?
And I
So
think that if you are a full stack developer now, you have the logic in your head. Now you can understand better how the libraries work. Okay. The thing is that maybe you have to, if you want to enter in data science, of course you have to know statistics and these kind of things. But the half of the job of the work now is covered because you have that ability. No, I think is important to mention that. Dennis, I think that you have a question, and after your question, we can start with the presentation.
Yes, can you hear me?
yes.
Yes, very well.
I have a question for Abby. Because you went the traditional route, getting your degree, and what would you say are some differences, maybe positive or negative, between, for example, going through a coding boot camp compared to a degree university?
So first, I'll start with the positives. Right? The positives being so the code, the languages I learned in my degree, as soon as I went into the job market, were irrelevant. I was learning to program in C, C++. My entire projects were built on languages that, as soon as I went into the job market, my team was not even looking at them. Those were I'm talking about 10, 15 years ago. Those technologies were already another 15 years older, right? So, from a positive perspective, it's being up to date with the market, which boot camps are easily able to adapt. And the tech world itself, from a careers perspective, is very aware of that fact. In fact, what they care about is your portfolio. So the project, say you're building today, is going to be on your GitHub, is going to be on your portfolio page, and that's what companies are going to see, and not your degree in computer science that they care about. On, I would say, the other side of the difference is the time commitment. So obviously there is a difference between spending 4 years of your life in a university trying to code versus 18 weeks in this case. But what I would say is it completely depends on how much time you do actually spend coding, because you know we've all had some exposure to university education, and you can see that it's not all of your time is focused on the job that you want to work on. And that's an opportunity you get in boot camps, where you get to select what exactly do you want to focus on, and you pick and choose the kind of technologies you want to learn more about. So that's what I would say, as pros and cons: time versus the relevance of the technology in the market right now.
And there are some companies that are super open to hire people from boot camps. The biggest ones are like more close to hire people from bootcamp because it's something about the degrees. No, it's like you don't have a title, and in this company we did the title because our salary scale is based on this and whatever. I think that that will change
Yeah.
in time, okay, because it's not feasible, no, to maintain in the especially with the lack of developers and tech profiles that are in the market right now. Good question, Dennis, and good question
From a
for
careers
Abby.
perspective, my one of my biggest clients was Google, and they have declared by mid 2023 they're going to stop requiring university education. And if you have the right portfolio, sorry, you just step into the job interview, same as a university degree would. And by 2024, they're going to remove it from all their job descriptions. So that gives you an idea of where the world is moving right now with bootcamps.
Yes, super great. Okay, well, we are about to start with the final presentations, no, with the demo day. As I told you, those guys have been dedicated the last 4 weeks of the program, totally focused on the final project. Okay, just some of the technologies, main technologies: JavaScript and React in the front end, and Python with Flask in the backend. Okay, we also give them the tools and the knowledge about how to connect to an API, an external API, and as a good developers, they have to select what is the best API that they need for their projects and just connect if they consider that it's necessary to connect to that API. Okay, how they do it? Well, reading the official documentation of that APIs and suffering a lot with the documentation and trying to solve all the problems that they find in the way. Okay, so we will start with a project that is called Runaway Pets. Today, both projects are related with animals in different ways, but they are related with animals. Okay, and Ian, Ilias, and José are now here to talk about what is Runaway Pets and how it works. Okay, guys, I will leave you alone on the screen. Okay, and the guy who will be sharing the screen, or if you please let me know, no, to put it in the YouTube presentation. Okay.
Hello. I will be sharing the screen first.
Perfect.
So share screen. Do I need to share the whole screen?
You can select what kind of sharing you can have.
Oh yeah, okay. It gives me the tabs. Oh.
Okay. Great.
Can you see it?
Yes. Now we can see your screen.
Cool. So first of all, hello everyone. Thank you for attending tonight's presentation. We will be presenting our app called Runaway Pets. This app was designed and created by José, Câmara, Ilias, Dinia, and Ian Effraimidis, me. Basically, in general, Runaway Pets is an app that helps pet owners find their lost pets. To kind of like describe it really quickly, but I will do a quick summary of what we will be talking about today before describing more about the purpose of Runaway Pets. So yeah, the purpose of our app, we will be discussing a bit about the technologies we use to create the website. We will also have a video presentation about the app and also a live demo of the app. José will be doing that. And after that, we can discuss a bit about the state of the app at the moment and maybe what we can do in the future to improve it, what features to add. And then we can also think about the challenges we faced during creating the app. Basically, this app started as an idea to create a really simple solution to a very common problem: people losing their pets, which can be very frustrating and stressful, and the whole process of finding the pet is really very stressful and and we decided to create something really simple that will basically let the user register their pets, and then the app provides a QR code image. They can attach it to their pets, and once if their pet gets lost, so even someone finds it, the finder can scan the QR code, and this will put the two people in touch by sending, for example, the location from the finder to the owner, and it will swap the contact details between them. So the pet owner needs to register themselves as a user and register the pets, but the finder does not need to do all that. Just scan the pet, and they immediately get scan the QR of the pet QR code, and they immediately get the form, and then this form contains like their details, is sent to the pet owner. I can now play you a video kind of like describing what I just talked about, if the video wants to play. Let me know if you also receive the sound. Oh, I can play it now.
Our pets are more than just animals. They're our best friends and family members. They're always there for us, offering loyalty and companionship no matter what. Sometimes things go wrong and our friends go missing. The thought of your pet being lost, alone and scared can be hard, and the search for them can consume your every waking moment. Finding a lost pet can be difficult and stressful. Introducing Runaway Pets, the ultimate solution for pet owners who want to keep their best friends safe and sound at all times. The endless search, the worry, and the fear that they may not come back, it's all over. With Runaway Pets, you'll never have to experience that again. Runaway Pets is a small, lightweight tag that attaches easily to your pet's collar. It uses GPS technology to provide real-time location updates as soon as anyone stumbles upon your body. All they have to do is scan the tag, and voila, no app install needed. You receive a notification with your pet's location and the finder's contacts. You never have to worry about them getting lost again. The Runaway Pets tag is also waterproof and durable, so it can withstand the toughest playtime and adventure your pet can throw at it. You can use Runaway Pets on your smartphone, tablet, or computer. Don't wait any longer. Download Runaway Pets and give your pet the protection and care they deserve.
So now we can let José kind of like present the app and go through a scenario where he registers a user and their pets, and then maybe loses a pet, and Ilias will help him find the pet. So thank you.
Okay.
José,
Sure. Here, I find
I'll
it.
take it from here.
Perfect.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, now we can see.
Okay. So before going to the app presentation, I'd like to discuss some decisions that we made in the app development process. We started with this persona, which we call Jennifer. She's a 35-year-old lawyer. She's a dog owner, walks her dog at the park. She has 2 kids and uses an Android device. From the persona, we could come up with the guidelines that was going to guide us through the app development process. The app had to be user friendly because when someone loses a pet, it's very stressful situation. So the owner shouldn't have to go through a very difficult process. Another very important guideline was no app
there not be the need for the finder to install any app. They just have to use their camera app from the default camera app from the phone, because nobody was going to go through a very hassle through a hassle just to help someone. And then design-wise, we decided to use a colorful and cheerful color scheme, and fun illustrations, because so as to cheer the owner up when they lose their pet. So we have a mood board here with the kind of illustration that we decided to use in the app, and also this vibrant color scheme, as we said before. And then finally, we have the logo, which summarizes the 2 points that are key to our project, which is the location and also making this shape of a pet's face. Now I'll guide you through the proper app. We have it here. It's the home page. We have here the logo and the header, a quick summary of how the app's going to work. Here we have this video presentation that you just saw. And finally, the space for login and sign up. This is the sign up page, but I have already created an user account. I'll just log in for you to see how it works. After logging in, we are directed straight to the pets page, which the owner can see all the pet they have. Like we have already one pet here. We can see the picture, the pet's name, the species, and some important information that the owner finds useful. I will quickly add another pet for you to see how it works. It's a very easy process. You just put the pet name, some important information for the person who finds it, the species, and then you can submit a picture of the pet. Press submit, and it's done. Now we have 2 pets. Now for the functioning, for each pet that is registered, QR code is automatically generated by the API. I will demonstrate how it works. Now we have a pop-up window with the QR code, which the user can download, print it, and attach to the dog's or to the pet's collar. So now we're going to pretend that I lost my pet Lassie, okay? So Ian's going to help me here. He's going to scan the QR code from his phone, and we're going to see how it works. Ilias.
Yes, hello everyone, I'm Ilias, and I'm now the person who's about to find a lost pet. So I'm going to scan the QR code, and it will take me to a page where I can fill a form with my name and phone number, and I'm also able to share my location with the user. So I'm filling it as we speak.
This is the page that Ilias is seeing right now on his phone.
Okay, with the location, and now I submit the notification. I mean, I submit that I found this pet. I also have the option to give a call to the owner of the pet. It will automatically take the phone number of the owner and open the phone app. So now, can you check if maybe you received the notification?
Yes. When he presses submit, in a few seconds, a notification will come up here. Let's wait a few seconds. It's a bit slow, but it's gonna work.
Be patient. Be patient.
Yeah.
Notification is coming. No problem.
Okay, where is it?
It doesn't want to show. That's weird. It
Let me
offers me
refresh
to
the
call
page.
you, so it should have sent you the notification.
Yeah, it's not there yet.
Maybe
Try
let's
try
try
to
with
try
another
again.
pet. With
Yes, try
You
another
wanna try
again.
again?
second pet, maybe.
Okay.
Or I don't know, delete one pet. No idea. Um,
Life problems, guys. Don't worry.
I didn't really find the pet. Poor Jose. Okay, so I'm filling the form again.
Did you finish?
Yes, I did.
Weird.
Yeah. Now we got the notification here. It turns red. And then when we click it, now I have the information that Ilias just filled up. I have his name, his phone number, and also his location in the map. It's using the Google Map API, and also the name of my pet that I just found. And then I can either contact him, set up a meeting in this location, or he has the option to contact me by my phone number that was displayed to him when he scanned the QR code. So the last step is when I meet with Ilias and get my pet back, I just click this button. The pet disappears from the list, and fortunately, happily, I have no more lost pets. And this summarizes the user journey. I have here my pet list back. So that's my part from here.
All right, now it's my turn to present screen. Could you please give me the spotlight for it? I'm going to share. All right, can you
Now
see
it's
my
here.
screen?
Yes, I am. Yes,
Okay.
now it's okay.
So now that we made a little tour of the app, now I'm going to talk to you about the technologies we used to develop this website. So we used React.js as the main framework, HTML5, CSS, and JavaScript as the main coding languages for the front-end side. For the back-end side, it was Python, Flask, and a bit of SQL Alchemy. We also used Bootstrap and React Bootstrap to help with design purposes. So about the also, I forgot to mention. Also, there was three databases that we use, three backends. So one database, the one that we have in order to store the pets with the unique QR code. So each QR code is attached to a unique pet, and there's no duplicates, etc. Then we do have the Google Maps API, which we use to get the location of the finder and be able to store it and send it to the owner of the pet. And then we also use the Cloudinary as an API for storing the images of the pets. All right. So then about the state of the app. So today the app is fulfilling its purpose. It's allowing pet owners to attach a QR code to their pet's collar and be less worried about their pet getting lost. So in case someone finds it, it will be scanned and the contact is made easy between the finder and the owner. As future improvements, we had previously thought about introducing messages and messaging and call-in for a better user experience. For now, only one of those features is available. It's the call-in part that we can make a call directly to the pet owner once we find it. And then we were also thinking about making a dashboard for pet owners, so they can better handle their personal information like phone numbers, emails, etc., in case they need an update. Also, we faced quite a lot of challenges during the development of the app. One of the first ones was to generate and assign a unique QR code to each pet when the user registers it. So that is connected to two databases at the same time, like one to register the pet and assign it a QR code, but then that QR code needs to be also linked to each pet uniquely. So it had the interaction with two databases at the same time. Then it was rendering a map with the finder's location. That was a little bit tricky because at first with the Google Maps API, there's many different parts of it, like the JavaScript API, there's the geolocation API, and we had to choose which one do we use and figure out how to use it. Then also there were some components that needed a lot of fetch functions from multiple endpoints. Like, for example, as you saw in the presentation previously, the display of the pet profile with the important information, etc. Also displaying the QR code, so that's already two different endpoints. Then we also did our best to maintain a simple interface for an application that is quite complex, but we succeeded, and it's as simple as it can be for the user for now. And if you have anything to add, José or Ian, go ahead.
I think that's
Otherwise,
pretty much it.
oh yes, one little thing we didn't show. There was a little about us section with the Runaway Pets, Meet the Runaway Pets team as a title, our 3 profiles with some links to our GitHub and LinkedIn, and a little description of the mission of Runaway Pets. And that's all for now. Thank you very
Yes.
much.
Thank you for watching.
Well, guys, congratulations for your application. I think it's we normally ask to our students to create an MVP. Okay, I think this is a final product. I mean, you can use it. You can put my dog right now and save me if she is running away from I don't know. Okay, it's super great. I think the colors, everything that you say, I like it. Okay, and technically, it's very important that we have to mention that you have a lot of APIs working in your application. No, you have normally that is the most that is one of the most challenge in the development of the final projects. No, because you have to read things from other people, no, it's like, okay, what I have to do, no, by their rules, etc. No, and congratulations. Abby, what do you think? Do you like it? Do you have any questions, advice, or comments?
So firstly, I have 3 cats, and trust me, this is a problem I face every single day. Right, and cats are worse with this; they just run away all the time. So, I mean, you've really solved a problem and solved it, not just thought about it. You've really solved a problem that many people face. And as a proponent of startup technology, I really like how simple and implemented the product is. It's not about 10 things that you're going to do in the future. It's what you've already done and how with, you could come up with live GPS tracking later, but right now, if QR is something you can solve the problem with, you've done that. And that for me is a big win when it comes to creating MVPs or final products, to get things off the ground, capture market share, and then keep improving it as things go forward. What I also really liked was how easy, you just integrated it with the call feature, generating new QR codes, talking about how you could print it, put it in the locket. So talking about how you would actually, and then putting yourself in the shoes of the end user and not just a developer. And that's what many developers struggle with. They do what they're told, but they don't put themselves in the shoes of how the app would look from both sides. One of the points that you mentioned, that even in the future there would be no app required to be installed on the person who finds the pet, which, you know it's a very important thought that has gone behind that, because it's easy to create apps and just expect people to download them, but in this case it's so much simpler if they can just scan and send you a message, because it's more about the urgency. um, what I would ask, of the app is there a way to make it, the GPS location sharing, make it live? You know how on WhatsApp you can share your live location for an hour or 8 hours. Is there a way that you can think of, just as a challenging question, that you can make that happen, just in case the person does not want to take care of your pet and rather just leave them in a safe location and you follow them to that point, right?
Yeah, I think regarding this question, first of all, the technical part, I don't know if the Google API permits that. I don't know. We haven't looked through it. And from a privacy standpoint, I think that the Finder wouldn't be like comfortable with sharing live location with a complete stranger. So I think it would be off-putting for the person. Like, we try to make the experience, especially for the finder, to be as easy as hassle-free as possible, because we are also concerned of these information sharing. So it's something to think about.
And that's a very good defense. And I also like the fact that you focus your persona on an Android user, because I'm sure you know about AirTags, and I know that that's a technology that you would have to deal with differently. So I like that the persona that you've chosen is an Android user who genuinely has this problem at this moment in time. Right? So yeah, from my side,
Well,
no more comments, but I really like the use case and the whole implementation that you've had.
well,
Congratulations.
congratulations, guys. Thank you
Thank you.
very
Thank
much
you very much.
for
Thank you so
showing
much.
us this. Okay, now is the turn of the other group that we are um, showing their final project that is related with animals also, about like safari adventures. Okay, now is the turn of Diogo, Dennis, Jose, and Nelson. Okay, Dennis, Jose Manuel, and Nelson. Yes, have your camera on right now. Okay, well, guys, what is this? What is that application that you develop? Huh? What is Safari Adventure?
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Nelson, and today we are going to present to you about Safari Adventure. And first of all, this project originally, like, we thought, like, most of the people tend to confuse on different kinds of destinations to go. Maybe someone is in Europe trying to see or want to come to Kenya or different part of this continent to know the kind of lifestyle that they are living and the great animals that different countries have. And that's why we came up with this project, to at least to solve the problems that it has been there of not knowing, and the schedule and the budget and everything. At least it will give intense information about that. And at first I can start sharing my screen so that you can all see what we managed to do. A little bit, my network is a bit horrible, but I'll manage this one.
Don't worry, Nelson. Don't worry that it will work. Okay. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Nelson is in Nigeria, as he told.
No,
Okay.
I'm
It's
in
not
Kenya.
in Kenya. Sorry, I don't know why I say Nigeria. It's in Kenya. And well, we hope the connection works very good as usual.
Yeah, now it's not bad. You can see my screen on.
Yes. Now we can see your screen.
Actually, I have small thing here in my PowerPoint tends to explain about the introduction to safaris. Okay, let me just read it, a little bit of it. Safari adventure is an immersive experience steeped in Africa and uniquely situated in one of the most sought after locations in the Masai Mara National Reserve. This is in Kenya. Game sighting within the vicinity of the camp, even just outside your tent, and frequent and astonishing. And the purpose of this safari adventure is to provide the highest level of service to our guests and making your stay not only memorable but truly unforgettable. And the last one is experience from the adventure through your own eyes. Experience the alchemy of nature where high-end luxury meets the unspoiled wilderness. Life's most vivid moments often take place where immerse yourself in pure beauty and wonder of it all. Discover what lies ahead at Safari Adventure, a land of infinity possibilities. Stay with us and discover the secrets held by the vast plain of the Masai Mara. Listen carefully to the whisper of nature carried by the afternoon breeze or the ununified chants of gathering migration, like the wild beast. I know most of you have heard of the wild beast. They normally migrate from, now they are in Tanzania, and then when it comes to June, they will be back to Kenya to feed. Like there, it's kind of dry. Drumbeat of millions of wolves. Hear the mischievous calls released from the belly of the wild, or the last breath of the conquered prey as it echoes across the descending night sky. And to the first part of it that I'm going to present is the homepage. As you land through our website, you'll see the homepage, and under the homepage, it's trying to give a little bit information of of this safari adventure. Like, we have our camp in Masai Mara, where you can learn something of it and see what other people have been able to go through, or even to visit here. As well, you can be able to join the Safari Adventure tribe if it does what? If it encourage you, or if it's something like you like it most. And also you can be able to see what kind of experience that those people who came before you had, and some beautiful photos that you can see. This is the first part, and then the second part is this one, the safari. So this part, it's trying to explain to you where where our location is, like inside the Masai Mara, and also the you can feel our wildlife. And also, if it does what, if it give you, if it entices you, you can be able to book with us and try to see what we offer. So I can left from that and let Dennis to pick from there. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So this is what I'm going to present. I'm going to talk about the camp and also the experience. However, before that, I want to talk about a bit about the project, how we organized it. So we used user stories on GitHub, and we also organized weekly meetings once or twice a week, just to make sure we're up to date, where everything is going well. Communication is great because that's obviously very important, and that everyone is contributing, and yeah. So this this tab mainly talks about, as you can see by the title, the camp. So here it talks, here as you can see, the accommodation and a bit of a description about the accommodation. Then about what food will be available during your experience here. Then also where you will be sleeping, and what the rooms would look like. After that, activities and how you can relax. And then just other services that are available when you're there, so you don't have to worry about it or plan any other things. So basically everything is included. The next thing is the experience. So as this is the safari, so you'll be able to explore wildlife and how the natives live, and just really get to know more about the country and what it's like really to be there. Then yeah, here, so the culture, very big in Kenya and other parts of East Africa. As you can see, a tribe here, and here this is during the evening what you can expect. Even the hot air balloon experience will be available. And also if you would like some memories, photos are available with animals that you would potentially only see in these parts of the world. I will also be talking about the safari experience. So as you can see here, this is it's mainly to see how the locals are living and to just get a grasp of their culture. And then here are some other community projects that are helping with the kids and just keeping the environment well. And yeah, obviously endangered species are quite important, especially now. They always are, but yeah. And also in the contact page, you can sign up, and yeah. I also want to talk about some what we learned. We learned about working as a team and communicating, because that's very important in this career, to be able to communicate with others on projects and make sure everything is going well. And later on, I will be talking more about some some problems we were having, issues, and yeah, if you have any other questions, that'll be later on. And I'll pass it on to Jose.
Thank you, Denise. Hello, I'm Jose. I will share my screen. Okay, you can see it? I think it's working, no?
Yep.
Okay.
And
I
so
want to talk about the what we call in travel planning. Included the different destination, different travel package that we pre-made already, and frequently asking question before you join in the travel. First of all, I will log in with this account. This account actually is for premium users, as you can see here. This symbol means that you have the option to get normal user, premium user, and also admin user. That we will talk about this later. So in this case, I will use it a premium user account because it's showing more package and other extra things that we included here. The first of all is this travel page that is giving a brief talk about what the places you can visit and just to show a little resume of what you can find here. We have the destination page because we are basically our package in 5 different countries. So here you can see all the available destination in all the packets. In case you want to go and make your own safari with the specific places you want to visit, you can come here and it will bring you to the country is the package and the place you want to see. Here are all the places we can visit in the are available for the safari. And also here we have separate in countries. In case you only want to visit one country, you can see here what is available in each different country. All this is static. Now we will come to the package page that all of this is dynamic. So all this info is loaded in the backend, in the database, and is taken from there. So it's completely changed. All the pictures, the backgrounds, everything here can modify on the fly, very simple way. So for this demo, I make some normal package that are these ones from different countries, and I make like 2 different also package. We have for the premium user. We have this symbol that will only be shown for premium users, a special package. If you can come to any package and learn more about it. Since we are registered, we have the option to like or dislike the package if we like it or not. We have here a small preview of what will be the itinerary and have a comment section. So you can create comments and see the comment of other customers here related to the travel package that you have here. Also, you have information about how many days will be your tour, the destination are included, activities, transport mode, and the lodging. Here we have this itinerary page that is showing you all day by day what will be the activities for each day in the safari, where will be your place to sleep, what you will eat, where you will eat your activities. All of this is dynamic, can be changed very easy for the admin in any given moment, and it's showing a little more what is each specific safari, the option it has. You come back here, you can choose another country, East African, have here a different itinerary, have here the comments for the users, and same thing with different places, different location, different activities. As I say, all this is dynamic, so it's easy to change it. So after the package, we have the frequently asked questions. Here have information how you can get your visa, how much will cost you the park fees, and from the kids or adults, everything, how you can get here, you go by plane, you go by road, the rate, what we included in our safari packs, and what is not included. Some tips if you want to give tips on someone there, the best season dates to can go, and what you will have to pack in your suitcase to bring. Also, when you are logged, I will talk about the profile page. Here is your profile. You have your info. You can see what is the package are you favorite and you like it. All the comment that you get here, and you can edit it. You can upload your new picture, can change the name and country, the password, even delete your account if you are up to. Upload a picture profile that you use Cloudinary for all the pictures. And for now, that's it. Dennis, if you want to say something else, meanwhile I go to load in the another user to go to the
Yes. Yes, so I wanted to talk about, for example, some of the struggles we had. So, some of the struggles we had were actually making it responsive on the mobile version. So, a solution to that was, so with CSS, it was basically static for the desktop, but we had to use media queries and for every single page. And now Jose will show you it is responsive for your mobile phone because obviously not everyone uses a desktop. The Google Maps API integration we had troubles with. However, we managed to do it just fine. And overall, everything was quite new to us, and we were learning quite fast. And yeah, I think we're very happy how the project looks, and for the future, we could add small things from other websites that do sort of, for example, book a hotel from the website, book a flight, and basically make it, for example, that you can do everything from there, so you don't have to worry about anything. And yeah, that's it. If you have, Jose will show you the rest, and then if you have any questions.
You can show my screen, please. Okay. This is the admin page. We added because, as you can see here, there is too much information, and working with the backend that the normal website is giving you is a little crazy with all this information you can hear. So we managed to make an admin page. Here you can see all your users that you have already registered in the page, if they are admin, if they are premium users. All you can see here in a glance. Can see the details for each one of the users, or you can edit it and making a regular user, admins, or premium user. You can change whatever the information the user, or you can delete the accounts directly from here in case someone says something not properly, or can happen a lot of things. So you have the option here to delete it without the need to go to the back end and dealing with all this stuff. I managed also to make to can create the package from here. So it's more easy and more useful. Here you will have all the packets we already created, and here you can create a new one. In this package creator, you have the option to create the normal package and the details also. This one part will be for this package presentation, and the other part will be for the more detailed one. So I will show you here. The pictures we managed to do it with Cloudinary. At the beginning was a little difficult because it's not allowed to submit more than one picture in a time. So we find around way to can upload more than one picture in one time. So here you can add all the description, all the pictures that you want. If you want to include something, if not, you can leave it empty. There's no problem for this. Then submit it and it will be saved. You have also the option to see the details. If you want to change something in the moment, you can direct manage from here and can delete the package. From here, you can create normal package or premium package or everything. I think more easy from here. And that's it. We saw the profile. I think we are showing everything. And I'm finished with this.
Congratulations, guys. I think one of the most difficult thing in a website is how to administrate, no? And I think that you do it very easy to control, to add content, to remove it. I mean, fast. Okay. Sometimes we have problems when we want to add information to our website. Okay, and I think that you uh, developed something here that is super easy to use, no? In the with the administration section. Okay, congratulations, Abby.
Thank you.
Yes. Victor, you lied to me. You told me that these are not designers, but the app was beautiful. I mean, I was not expecting something of this quality. But yeah, congratulations, because it looks like you could sell it tomorrow to an agency that's trying to build Safari experiences in the area. And also exactly what Victor was saying, you have removed the dependency from having a website developer to manage the website. And for me, that's the biggest difference between a website and a web app, that you've focused on this being a web app. I would love to see the mobile version also that Dennis was mentioning, that, it's responsive. And I'm assuming already, I could see the responsiveness from the web app version. I'm sure it's the same in the mobile app. And the fact that the administration is so easy, and not just easy for the user but also easy for the eyes, and how well it flows. The challenges you were facing with uploading multiple images, and the fact that you were able to solve it, it's really going to help. Again, in one of the concepts you were mentioning was the ability to book hotels through this in the future, the ability to convert this into a meta search engine. In travel, that's a very big concept, and I think that's possible already with the infrastructure that you've created. So I'm very impressed with the application.
I think you say something that is very important. This is the difference between a web app and just a website. No, I mean, when you see at the beginning, no, you could think that, oh, this is a website, but no, they develop an application to manage all that content, okay, and change, remove it, add more information and whatever. I think that is a big difference. No, you don't come to 4Geeks Academy just to develop a website. No. You come here to create a web application, and that is very important to say. Thank you very much. And Nelson, I think that you create this website with your colleagues to bring us to to Kenya because it's beautiful.
Yes, I'm trying to tell them they need to come and see the magical and just beside them, something like
Will be amazing.
something like have you ever something like adrenaline coming up and down? That is the feeling.
That's great. I have to say that when we start for Academy in Europe, we never thought that we could have a student from other continent. No, I mean we thought in Europe we have the we were really lucky having Nelson in our group in this cohort. Okay, I suppose that same with the students, no, I mean, okay, I will meet people from or know people from Europe, and now you have surprise, we have a guy from another country, from another continent, okay, that add a lot of value, no, because Nelson has a little experience, no, Nelson, with some languages, okay, and with some technologies, and I think that you can add that experience to your group. I don't want to say that it's not important the work of the other students, okay, of this group because they don't have experience, but they, he can add some things, no, to the group, and I think that is important. Congratulations, guys. Okay.
I would like to add something else. I want to say thank you to Mr. Bruno and Mr. Josman because they was
Yes.
very kind and very helpful to us, and they deserve our gratitude because they are lovely person and they helping us a lot. Because of them, I don't know if we can finish this on
Yeah.
time.
Yes.
So thank to them.
I have to say that thank you very much. And sorry because I just showed the banner sending regards to our teacher assistant Bruno and our teacher Jasmine, but I didn't mention. Sorry, guys. Good applications means good teachers also. Okay, and of course good academy. Okay, but especially good teachers and good teacher assistant. Thank you very much, guys. Congratulations. Okay, you create something that is great. Okay, you create something that solve problems. Okay, and I think that is very, very, very important. Avi, thank you very much for your time for share with us today. Um, this is your house. Whenever you want to talk about anything, okay, if you want to talk about just product or data science or full stack development, you are totally invited to for Geeks Academy to do a open event and talk about what we like, no, that is technology. Okay, guys, congratulations. Remember that now your career is just starting. Okay, now is the time to find that first job in technology. Okay, and then to go to visit Nelson in Kenya because it's a beautiful country. Thank you very much to
You're all
everybody.
welcome. You're all welcome.
Thank you very much to everybody that joined us in YouTube to see and cheer our students. Okay, and if you are thinking about study coding or learning how to code, this is your place. Don't think about it; just do it. It's the best way to learn. Do it. Okay. Bye bye. Thank you very much, and see you in other event. And if you want to see more about 4Geeks Academy, remember that we are in Meetup and Eventbrite and all social media, and of course in 4geeksacademy.com. Bye bye. Thank you very much.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.